touch the ground. Yeah, I'm flying. Yeah, I'm flying. Rapidly moving. Without you, I'm losing control. I need me. So baby, I have you to hold.
Hey all you motivated mommies, thank you so much for checking into my video. If this is the first time that you click on one of my videos, for some background on me, my name is Nona Gardner and I'm a multi-location Pilates studio owner, currently managing 2 very successful studios, as well as being the mama of 3 little munchkins, and that really is the main inspiration behind me putting together these videos and working this content, is initially to inspire all the other mamas out there. It doesn't matter what line of business you want to run, and motivate you guys and tell you that you absolutely can do it. And most importantly, I want to educate you guys on some of the business tricks that I've learned that have helped me not only start my business, but ultimately take it to a very successful 6-figure empire. So I wanted to link in with other mamas and just talk to you about some of the things that I do that I wish someone would have shared with me. But to jump right into it, the topic of today's video is one of the most exciting ones for me because it's something that is absolutely essential and crucial when it comes to being a business owner. And it's ultimately the key to success. The key to success, ladies, is imagination, right? So we're gonna start off today's video by talking about the law of attraction. I know it's a buzzword that a lot of people are either talking about or may use and a lot of times misuse. So I want to talk to you a little bit about what the law of attraction is and why it's beneficial in running a business and just living a successful life altogether. The first thing that I tell everybody, even before you decide what type of business that you want to start, is first focus on your mindset. The law of attraction says what you focus on, you receive. It's all about energy, right? If you put positive energy out there, you receive positive energy back. If you focus on success, you live a life of success. If you focus on failure, you live a life of failure. So how do we go about doing that? How do we hone in on mindset and then live the life that we want? First thing that I tell people is you have to believe, right? So I now decided I want to be a business owner. How do I actually believe that I'm a business owner? Use positive affirmations. So some things that I say, and let's do it together. Let's do a little exercise. Some things that I actually said to myself before I even became a business owner is, I'm an entrepreneur. Say it with me, ladies. I'm an entrepreneur. Believe it. I'm an entrepreneur. The more you say it, the more you actually reprogram your subconscious to believe that you're that, right? So, I'm an entrepreneur. Another really good positive affirmation that I like is, I'm the boss. Say it with me, ladies, it'll feel good. I'm the boss. I'm the boss. Believe it. I'm the boss. It might feel really silly and unnatural initially, but the more you say it, the more you believe it, the more naturally things fall into place and lead you to these positive affirmations. So it's not just a saying, it's not just an imagination, it's true, right? I'm successful. I'm successful. My name is Nona Gardner, and I'm successful. I don't care if you haven't even begun your business planning. I don't care if you have no experience in running any sort of business. I don't care if you have $1 to your name. Say these affirmations and believe them, ladies, right? Another great one. You have to believe you got it before you do. I'm rich. Say it. I'm rich. I'm rich. Believe it. You can't just say it. You have to believe it. I'm rich. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm the boss. I'm successful. The more you do that, you start building this character and you become a new person, and naturally all those elements come into effect, right? So I know a lot of times people say, oh yeah, whatever, law of attraction, I hear it all the time. It's absolute crud. It's wishful thinking. Show me proof in that. I'm a God-fearing person. Where the heck do you see this law of attraction written anywhere? It's in actual religious texts. According to Christianity, it says in Matthew 21:22, And all things whatsoever you shall ask in prayer, believe, you shall receive. Ask, and it shall be given to you. Seek, and you shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. Matthew 7:7. According to Islam. And your Lord said, invoke me, and I will respond to your invocation. Surah 40:60, directly from the Quran. Call on me, and I shall respond to you. Right there, guys, it is written everywhere. Just because it doesn't actually have the stamp law of attraction, it's all about energy. We live in a world of energy, right? You put any sort of energy out there, then you have to receive it, right? So number one, you have to believe. Imagine the end result. Imagine yourself being the boss. And then beyond that, you also have to make sure that you put emotion in it. Get excited, get absolutely excited. Although sometimes we might get a little bit discouraged because our end goal, my end goal is to be a business owner. I'm gonna own a studio, I'm gonna be my own boss, but that might not be the very first step that you have to take to get there. Just because you see a very small window into your life doesn't mean that that's gonna be the end result, right? And I'm living proof of that. So to show you how imagination and the law of attraction actually worked in my own path to success, let me give you a little background. So I set the intention. My intention is I'm gonna be a business owner and I'm gonna rock it. I'm not gonna stop at one, I wanna grow an empire. But I kept my eyes open and I kept my ears as well open for any potential opportunities that came my way. So the very first thing that I did when I decided to start my journey is I started doing in-home Pilates training, right? So that wasn't ideal for me. I didn't want to work in home. I didn't want to work on mats. I wanted to be a studio owner. But the reason why that was super important to me is I spent very little money. I mean, I took $20, ran to Five Below, bought 5 pieces of equipment, and then I started training clients in home. That was super important because it allowed me to believe that now that I'm starting my in-home business, what? I'm a business owner. I am an entrepreneur. So now that I'm believing and starting my journey, little by little, other things started unfolding and coming my way that I didn't necessarily understand at the time why I was doing it, but I took it and I ran with it. The next step, once I started running my own in-home Pilates practice, I knew that in order for me to run a studio or a gym, didn't know which direction I wanted to go, I needed to get some experience working in one or both. So the next step was I started working at a gym. At the gym, it wasn't just Pilates, right? There's personal trainers, there's yoga trainers, there's Pilates instructors, there were swim trainers. So when I started working at the trainer, I'm very invested in my clientele. I had a client that had some weight loss goals. Even though she was getting so much benefit in her body and doing Pilates, I loved her. I said, listen, girl, you need to get out there. You need to do some cardio. If it's something that you can't do on your own, you need to link in with a personal trainer. I personally recommend that you go train with that personal trainer over there. He's amazing. I heard wonderful things about him. I've seen his transformation and I pushed her his way. As a result, that personal trainer was blown away because in the fitness industry, people become so possessive and they don't want to share clientele. But he was so appreciative of that he started cross-referring clients to me. Fast forward 2.5 years after I left the gym, contacted me and told me that he wanted to go out and start his own personal training studio, and he had a room in the back. It was in a beautiful commercial location. Had I dove into that location by myself, the monthly expense alone would have been between $4,000 to $5,000, well beyond the dollars that I could even comprehend spending monthly initially without building a book. So he said, there's a small room in the back. I'd love to bring you on board with me, rent the room to you, and you can run your own independent business out of my location. So that was a second opportunity that had I not dove into it, I wouldn't have realized the ultimate money that I could have made and business opportunity that landed my way. Then I also decided to go work at a studio. When I worked at the studio, I built an amazing relationship with the studio owner. We were very open with one another. When I decided to leave the studio and open up my own location, I said, hey, listen, I'm more than happy to stay here in the transition, but I also want to talk to you about some things that I personally think you can do to take your business to the next level. Then I started talking with her and giving her advice out of love. So what I could have done is, oh my gosh, I'm gonna start my own business. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm not gonna say anything to this woman because she's gonna be my competitor. But you know what I realized right there and then? Why keep any other studio owner, whether it's in Pilates, whether it's in personal training, whether it's in yoga, in the bucket of being a competitor? Why not convert them into a partner? So once I opened up my own studio, that studio owner started referring clients my way. I referred clients her way. We link up every single week. We work out together, we mind share, and she also gives me a call and says, hey, there's this event happening, or I just spoke to this physical therapist and she's looking to network and build relationships with other Pilates instructors. You should reach out to her. After I had my third baby, I told her I was short-staffed because I needed to step out of the studio and hire someone. She sent me an amazing instructor who now is working at my studio. So that was a blessing in disguise. Then when I actually went out and started a business, what I thought was a mistake, and it kind of was, but it benefited me in the long run, is I developed a partnership. It was a woman that I didn't really know. She had contacted a friend of hers who was a personal trainer and said, hey, listen, I want to open up a studio and I'm looking for trainers. So they contacted me thinking that I was looking to work for her, sat down and said, listen, I'd be more than happy to give you some advice. I'd be more than happy to network with you, but I'm looking to actually start my own thing, and said, hey, why don't we link in and become partners? I jumped at the opportunity, and I initially was thinking of, I want to go into a really fancy commercial location, get lots of foot traffic, lots of visibility, but I didn't understand the dollars and cents that went into that. But what she was looking at doing was going into a medical plaza. So it wasn't ideal, it wasn't what I had envisioned for myself, but in going into the partnership, I learned about this whole new world of opportunity of location, right? So things didn't work out, but I needed to enter that partnership to build the confidence in myself that I actually had what it took to get my own business up and running. And then also, I learned about another back door of getting into a studio without having to pay the high dollars that you would have to spend to go into a commercial location, right? So from there, I also kept my eyes open and my ears peeled, and now I have all of these mamas looking at me and saying, oh my gosh, Nona, you're so amazing, that's so inspiring, or you're absolutely crazy, how could you do this? And little by little, I started advising them, giving them tips. Even my instructors, one of them wants to be her own business owner. One of them left and became her own business owner, and I cheer her on. I'm so proud of her. So I thought to myself, oh my gosh, I want to build a network here. I want to inspire people. I want to be successful, but I want to take people on my journey with me and help them to success. And that's where my opportunity fell into my lap, right? Using the law of attraction and listening to those signals and setting myself in a positive mindset. I wasn't competitive. I wasn't, egotistical. I wasn't down and hard on myself and didn't have the belief. Then all of a sudden, all these people are like, Nona, like, you need to teach me, you need to educate me. So that's where my whole idea came about to build this channel and work this content. I'm like, oh my gosh, I think I actually can help a lot of these people who overcomplicate. Hey, I overcomplicated at the very beginning, but I started trusting in the law of attraction. I started trusting in God, having belief in myself, taking those signals and then using my imagination. Then one thing leads to the next and leads to the next. Next thing you know, I'm running a 6-figure empire. I own 2 Pilates studios. I have a lot of downtime that I'm spending with my children, and in my downtime, I'm able to create these beautiful videos to link in with other mamas who are either overwhelmed, don't know where to begin, or lack some areas of business salve that I'd be more than happy to step in and help educate. So please, ladies, really sit there and realize that you have all of the power and the strength to be anything and do anything you want to do. It starts with the proper mindset. It starts with imagination. I'm going to end you with today's video with one of my favorite quotes by Einstein. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. Good luck, ladies. Get out there, rock ass, please hit like, subscribe, share my video and content with anyone who you think may benefit from it, whether it's a mama, whether it's another woman, whether it's a beginner entrepreneur who just wants to get a little bit more understanding, not only on how to start a business, but how to successfully manage it from the front end, from the back end, and make it as successful as they possibly can. I love you ladies. Best of luck. Thank you so much for checking in here with me. See you soon.